Hi everybody, welcome to Jin's Wall Street News. According to the US Bureau of Economic Analysis, personal consumption expenditures unexpectedly decreased 0.2% in January from a month ago, while personal income increased 0.9% in January on a monthly basis. Meanwhile, the PCE price index rose 0.3% monthly, up 2.5% in January from a year ago. The US Census Bureau announced last Friday that the international trade deficit in goods jumped 25.6% in January from the previous month. Atlanta Fed's GDPNow estimates US real GDP growth at minus 1.5% for the first quarter 2025. For the US stocks, S&P 500 rose 1.59% and the Nasdaq Composite added 1.63% last Friday as the US stock market is in the extreme fear level, according to the CNN Fear and Greed Index. According to the US Bureau of Economic Analysis, personal consumption expenditures decreased 0.2% from $20,412.5 billion in December to $20,381.8 billion in January, up 5.6% from $19,308.5 billion in January 2024. However, personal income increased 0.9% from $25,123.6 billion in December to $25,345.5 billion in January, up 4.6% from $24,226.7 billion in January 2024. When it comes to inflation, the PCE price index rose 0.3% from a month ago, up 2.5% from the previous year. The core PCE price index, excluding food and energy, increased 0.3% monthly, up 2.6% year over year. The US Census Bureau announced last Friday that the international trade deficit in goods jumped 25.6% from $122 billion in December to $153.3 billion in January. Exports of goods increased by $3.3 billion to $172.2 billion in January, while imports of goods jumped by $34.6 billion to $325.4 billion in January. According to the Federal Reserve Bank of Atlanta, GDPNow estimates US real GDP growth at minus 1.5% for the first quarter 2025, down from 2.3% on February 19th, updated based on the US personal spending declining 0.2% in January, as well as the trade deficit in goods jumping 25.6% in January. For the US stocks, S&P 500 rose 1.59% and the Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 1.39%. The tech-heavy Nasdaq added 1.63%. Most of the US stocks rose last Friday, despite the GDPNow estimate, down 1.5% GDP growth for the first quarter. Shares of Nvidia jumped 3.97%, and most of the US chip stocks rebounded as the US stock market is in the extreme fear level, according to the CNN Fear and Greed Index. Okay, this is the end of today's news. Thank you for watching. Happy Monday!